Korczak lived in a tent the first 7 months. Like a pioneer, he cut trees to build a log studio home. There was nothing here, no roads, water, or electricity.
Weighed around 4 tons. And I put a pipeline 2,440 feet long from the compressor on the ground up to the top of the mountain. And I bought a jackhammer. Now, this took 2 years to get all this done. You know, that kid's awful old. Oh, gee, that walk up and down there is terrible.
Korczak worked alone for years, but mountain goats kept him company. The goats loved the staircase, and they climbed it right along with Korczak. They've never left in spite of the decades of blasting. The old Buddha symbolized the severe financial hardship, but there also was joy. Korczak married Ruth Ross, and they began their family of 10 children, 5 boys and 5 girls. Korczak even delivered one of them. There were so many kids in school at one time, they attended their own one-room school at Crazy Horse. They also learned by helping their parents in rather unusual ways.
Well, see, now you see why we had 10 children. They were all, the boys were necessary up in the mountain, and the girls were necessary down here to help Mother with the visitors. That was rather hard work to keep on pounding that dynamite in.
The first blast took off only 10 tons. It was at the June 3rd, 1948 dedication, attended by 5 survivors of the Battle of the Little Bighorn. Comparing then and now shows the dramatic change, with more than 8 million tons of granite blasted off so far. The progress is measured in tons and in decades. The first rock removed was from the area in red, in front of Crazy Horse's face. It took Korczak 5 years working alone. Next, he leveled this area in red above the arm, which will be more than 200 feet long. Cutting the tunnel under the arm was the hardest part. When finished, that huge opening could hold a 10-story building. It took more than a decade to remove this area. It's in front of the horse's head, which will be 219 feet high. Korczak had blocked out much of the sculpture before he died. Since then, his family and others have removed over 1 million more tons. For size perspective, picture Mount Rushmore, where these marvelous heads are 60 feet high. All 4 heads on Rushmore combined would fit in just Crazy Horse's head, which is almost 9 stories tall. This huge bulldozer gives another size perspective. On the other side, one bulldozer did fly off the edge, but the lucky driver leaped to safety, just in the nick of time. Crazy Horse is the largest sculpture in the world, on a scale higher than the Washington Monument or the tallest Egyptian pyramid. Overall, the Crazy Horse Colossus will be 563 feet high and 641 feet long. And the entire mountain is being carved three-dimensionally in the round. The work on the mountain is done by one of the top explosives engineering teams in the country. They use small jackhammers and big hydraulic drills and a variety of high explosives. One of the finishing tools is a dangerous supersonic torch. Following completion of Crazy Horse's face, work began on the massive horse's head. It'll be 22 stories high. The ears will be 42 feet long, the nostrils more than 30 feet in diameter. All the progress is guided by Korczak's scale models and books of measurements he prepared for that purpose. 18 years younger than her husband, Ruth Shulkovsky has directed the project since Korczak's death. 7 of their sons and daughters work with her in a dynamic team effort. The visiting public also plays a key role because all the revenue for the nonprofit memorial comes from admissions, contributions, and gift sales. Korczak felt the interest of the public and not the taxpayers.
Fires on out. Like a 50-cent chip. That's nice, doesn't it? Yeah. I like it.
Present hold, Al.
Right here. Present hold it. Hold on. Come on, baby. Give me a pound. Okay. We're in. Ready?
Yeah. Did it do it?
Take one more. Okay, I'm a dumbass. That's all right.
What a campsite. Big meadow out there. And here's Jay Stevens resting. Get that wave like you're washing windows. And then we've got Elmo and Kathleen right there. Here, this is the meadow just right outside of camp. Just a beautiful meadow. And the haze you see is fires from Idaho and Montana.